Alright, so originally my plan was to live stream, but at the same time, right now I'm still waiting on approval to be able to live stream, so we're gonna have it this way. Uh, I'm just gonna test things out for now and see how it does. So, all I want to do is look at the matchups for this week for football. We're gonna first start off with Indiana and Ohio State. Well, my prediction is that Ohio State's going to roll right through Indiana, especially playing at home. Let's see, you got Bazelak coming in for Indiana, 2,099 yards, 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, versus C.J. Stroud, probably best quarterback, arguably the best quarterback in the nation. 24, 53, 29 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Uh, Indy, Indiana is right now. All right, Fox. All right. Well, according to Fox, they're giving, or Fox Super Six, they're giving Ohio State a 95% chance to win. Okay, there. That's what I was looking for. Um, Ohio State's a 40-point favorite. Yeah, that tells you a lot about how Indiana is. Yeah, give me Ohio State and the 40. Yeah, there's all the stats. All right, so it's supposed to be 38 degrees. Kickoff. There's your team stats, 45 points. Yeah, give me Indiana and Ohio, or give me Ohio State in the 40. Now we're gonna go to the next one, Missouri and Tennessee. Got hour and 40 left till kickoff. As you see, Brady Cook, he's got 1795, 1,795 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So he's for every touchdown he throws, he's guaranteed to throw a pick with that. Versus Hendon Hooker, 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. There's your stats for your statisticians. Obviously, Tennessee's got better offense, but defense, everybody and the brother knows that Tennessee's got bad pass defense. So if Missouri's going to be able to beat Tennessee on the road, you're going to have to beat them through air, which based off of the stats, it doesn't look like Missouri is a good passing team. Actually, let me double. Yeah, 216 yards on average. So Brady Cook could have a good day throwing the ball against this Tennessee defense, but Missouri's gonna have to keep up on defense as well. 57 degrees at kickoff for. Alright, 57 degrees right now. It's gonna be 53 at kickoff. And in the odds, Tennessee's a 19.5 point favorite. So, yeah, give me Tennessee in the points on that one. And then Okay, that's irrelevant for us. LSU, Arkansas. Now this one's a flip of a coin type of game. Okay. Jaden Daniels, nearly 2,000 yards passing, 14 touchdowns, 1 pick. Been pretty efficient with the ball. KJ Jefferson, he's he got similar passing yards, more touchdowns but more interceptions. So pretty even across the board between the two. Now let's look at these stats. LSU's averaging 35 points a game, roughly the same for Arkansas. Arkansas has been able to run the ball a little bit better than LSU, but their defense is what's holding back Arkansas. They're averaging over 30 points a game. So, yeah, Arkansas is going to pull the upset off. They're going to have to tighten up on defense. Passing yards, same thing. They're a little better, even worse than Tennessee, and everybody everybody knows how bad Tennessee is passing the ball or defending the pass. So, ooh, it's gonna be a cold one in Fayetteville. It's gonna be 36 degrees at kickoff. Team leaders, and then like I said, okay, so I guess according to, I just noticed this. Okay, maybe not. Let's see, they got LSU favored by 3.5. Ooh. And it's a rivalry too. Hmm. Yeah. Uh. That's a tricky one because LSU got a big win last week. Got a big win last week. I don't know. I'm gonna say. Mm, yeah, give me LSU, but it's gonna make LSU, but I'm not taking the points. Find something else. All right. Yeah, apparently that page crashed on me, so we're gonna have Notre Dame Navy. That should be a good one. Notre Dame's going to. Notre Dame's not that great on offense, but somehow they managed 35 on Clemson beyond me. But you know, it is what it is. Against Navy, going on the road to Navy. Navy's a scrappy team, so this is going to be a slow pace, slugfest. Probably might be like a 17-14 game, somewhere in them sorts. So I'm still good with Notre Dame, but not by the, I can't guarantee the points because Notre Dame's a 16.5 point favorite. Purdue and Illinois, that might be a good matchup. And this matchup probably will determine who's going to go to Indianapolis to get slaughtered by Ohio State or Michigan. So anyways, let's look at these stats. Aiden O'Connell at 2,400 yards, 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Not bad for passing yards, but the touchdown interception ratio is couldn't use some work. Tommy DeVito, 18, 82, 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but there again, Illinois is not built to pass the ball around a lot either. So they're built to pound it between the tackles, get the points, and play defense. As you can see right here with the team stats. Purdue's got the better passing offense, but Illinois' got the better rushing offense. Passing yards, you get the picture. So it's going to be 36 degrees at kickoff. The odds, Illinois is rated as 6.5-point favorite. Yeah, give me Illinois on this one. I think Purdue's going to have a letdown game. Just like last week when they played Iowa, they only mustered a grand total of 3 points against Iowa. Anyways, Vanderbilt and Kentucky. Vanderbilt, Kentucky, I would say give me Kentucky on this one. Will Levis is going to have a good day against this Vanderbilt defense. Yeah, just give me Kentucky on this one. And the points. Oh yeah, give me the points for the Illinois game too. Oklahoma, West Virginia. Got two desperate teams right here in the Big 12. They both need a win, especially West Virginia. They need a win out to get to a bowl game, which, to be honest with you, I do not see West Virginia winning out to go to a bowl game because they still got to play. Who else do they got to play? It was played in Morgantown. I'll have to give you an update on the schedule. Anyway, there's the stats. It'll be 52 degrees, but it's going to start raining. Yeah, give me Oklahoma at the points on this one. Oklahoma's going to go to a bowl game, but at the same time, they're a bit disappointed. Rutgers and Michigan State. Rutgers is pretty good on defense, but their offense needs some work. And it's the exact opposite for Michigan State. Their offense is decent, but their defense needs some work. So they got Michigan State favored by 10. Yeah, give me Michigan State. Maryland, Penn State. Oh, this might be an upset right here. I know it's gonna be played in Penn State. Yeah, let's look at the matchup. Okay, this is gonna be played at 3:30. Let's see, Pineapple Jr. He's got nearly 2,100 yards passing, 14 touchdowns, 6 interceptions versus Sean Clifford. About the same. So we got two even quarterbacks. So it's going to be raining, 52 degrees. But Penn State's favored by 10. I don't know. about that one. This is gonna be a this is gonna be a field goal game to me. And I feel like Maryland is one of those teams that could upset Penn State. That's a tough one to call, but I must say Maryland pulls off the upset on this one. Nebraska, Michigan. Talk about a lopsided matchup this week. Nebraska on their intern coach, sitting at 3-6, going to the big house, playing Michigan. The 3:30 game on ABC, so they got Michigan favored by 30.5. Come on now, feed Corum. Feed Corum. And yeah, give me Michigan and a point. Now this is probably going to be the game of the week right here. Alabama, Ole Miss. Alabama coming off a loss to LSU in Death Valley. .330 game in Ole Miss. If Ole Miss is going to pull off the upset, they're going to have to tighten up on defense. 44 degrees at kickoff. Ole Miss can run the ball and run the ball at you. But Alabama's favored by 10 to beat Ole Miss. Seeing that game from when they played Tennessee, Alabama could not stop the run. That's how Tennessee can move the ball down the field. If they can run the ball with that up tempo offense, they'll be able to pick you apart. And Ole Miss has the same or very similar offense. So give me Ole Miss on this one. Alabama, you're getting your third loss of the year. Louisville and Clemson. Clemson is favored by 7. And Clemson's coming off a devastating loss to Notre Dame on the road and got manhandled. As you can see the stats, Malik Cunningham's not even at 1,500 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. DJ Uiagalelei, I'm sorry if I butchered that name up. But yeah, we're gonna see here how well DJ plays, because the last couple of weeks for DJ he's not played all that well, and we're gonna see if Dabo wants to go with DJ or with the true freshman. So I mean his stats look decent, but at times DJ has that deer in the headlights look. 67 degrees. Team leaders. Clemson's favored by 7. Yeah, give me Clemson, especially playing at home. They're going to the ACC championship. So actually, they already locked that up last week, thanks to Pittsburgh. Boston College and NC State. There's another lopsided matchup in the ACC. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because Boston College is in the basement for the ACC, which is not that great of an honor to have, seeing how poorly the ACC is. Yeah, give me NC State and the 18 points. This is going to be the matchup that's going to determine who's going to the New Year's Six Bowl. UCF and Tulane. It's played in Tulane. Let's go look at this. 3:30 game. John Rice Plumlee. Is he playing today or is he not? Because I know Mikey Kikeen played last week when they played Memphis. So you can see his stats. Pratt's been pretty efficient with the ball, so I don't expect him to throw too many costly picks. As you see, UCF's got the better offense, but Tulane's got the better defense. As you can see all the stats, Tulane's favored by 1. Ooh. Yeah, give me the upset in UCF. Let me double check. Alright, good. Dude. Okay. Wisconsin, Iowa. Yeah, that's gonna be like a 13-7 game. But if I had to pick a winner, where's the quarter at? I'm gonna go with Iowa. Northwestern Michigan or Northwestern Minnesota. Sorry. Yeah, give me Minnesota on that one. 17.5 point favorite. Can they cover the points? I'm gonna say give me Minnesota for the win, but not covering the points. I think they'll win by 10. Washington, Oregon. Now that might be an interesting matchup. Oregon's 12.5 point favorite. That's gonna be a good game. I could see this being an upset actually, because this is also a rivalry game. But will it happen? You got two offenses. Basically, I see this as a shootout because Oregon's defense is not all that great. Neither is Washington, but both offenses are great. So let's look at the stats. It's a 7 o'clock game too. Yeah, look at them monstrous numbers. Now I'm looking at these stats. Why is nobody talking about Michael Penix? You got almost 3,300 yards passing, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Why is nobody talking about Michael Penix for Heisman? Compared to Bo Nix, 2,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Maybe it's because Washington's not all that up there. And really, let's see, Washington, they're sitting at 2 losses in the Pac-12. If they beat Oregon, and if somebody like Utah beats Oregon, see, this is where having no divisions gets complicated because I don't believe Washington and Utah play. So I don't know who would win the tiebreaker with that. But for Washington, still has a chance to get into the Pac-12 championship, especially if they beat Oregon. But they would need UCLA to lose twice to do so. Um, yeah, the Arizona State loss is devastating for Washington. Let's see. It's going to be 48 degrees at kickoff. Sunny. Ooh, 11.5 point favorite according to Fox. So I can see this being a touchdown game. It's a tough one to call because I could easily see Washington. I could easily see Washington winning this game, pulling off. Let's see what we got. Yeah, give me Washington. Pretty upset. Georgia, Mississippi State. 16-point favorite by Georgia and Mississippi State. Georgia going up against the air raid attack from Mississippi State. Yeah, give me Georgia. Yeah, definitely give me Georgia because when Mississippi State played Alabama, they looked awful. Kansas State, Baylor. Kansas State, after the loss to Texas last week, they're going to be going on the road to play Baylor. And they got Baylor favored by 3 or 2.5. Give me Kansas State on this one. I'm not really sold on Baylor. Looking, yeah, it's played in Baylor, so right now Baylor's sitting in second in the Big 12 with just TCU. So with TCU, they're first place, but it's a three-way race for second between Baylor, Texas, and Kansas. This game's gonna be an elimination game for either team. If either Kansas State or Baylor win, they'll be in contention for the Big 12 championship. If they lose, it pretty much eliminates them from the Big 12 title. If you're a Texas fan, you want to hope for Kansas State to beat Baylor. It really doesn't matter because Texas or Baylor still has to play Texas. And if Baylor beats Texas, then it takes them out of the Big 12 title. Give me Kansas State on that one. Speaking of Texas, they got to play TCU. If TCU's going to lose a game, it's going to be this one. It's played in Austin. And I think it's going to be which Texas team shows up. Is it going to be the Texas team that beat Oklahoma to a pulp 49-0, or is it going to be the Texas team that struggled against Texas Tech? It just depends on which Texas team shows up. I think TCU goes down this week to Texas. Give me Texas. Yeah, Texas is favored by 7 anyways. I would say give me Texas, but not the points. I think it's going to be a field goal game. North Carolina, Wake Forest. Two high-powered offenses going against each other. Yeah, give me Wake Forest on this one. Because really, North Carolina doesn't have much to lose. Because they have the way the ACC Coastal is they're undefeated in the ACC, and the next team below them is Duke at 2 losses, but they beat Duke. So really, Duke needs 3 North Carolina conference losses to be able to make the championship game. For North Carolina, they would be going to Charlotte if they beat Wake Forest or if Duke loses. Florida State, Syracuse. Syracuse is good on defense, but they're not that great on offense. Florida State are better on offense, but not so much defense. But it's played in Syracuse. Give me. This could be a good game. So give me Florida State and the points. Stanford, Utah. Stanford desperate for a win. Utah desperate to stay in the Pac-12 race. Give me Utah. Arizona, UCLA. Give me UCLA. And Group of 5 matchup: San Jose State and San Diego State. Give me San Diego State. So I'm predicting at least 2 upsets. Actually, technically 3. You won't count North Carolina as the upset. So there you go. There's my preview for this week. Hopefully I can live stream so I don't have to do it this way. Anyways, I'll catch you later.